Well, good morning, Beaver County, and welcome to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. I'm your host. That's right, Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. I'm based out of Sewickley. I enjoy working in Allegheny, Butler, Washington, and, of course, the wonderful county of Beaver. So good to be with you, friends, here on Beaver County Radio every Saturday from 10:30 to noon, and we'll talk about our time slot very soon. We're making a change to Wednesday, and we'll get into that in a bit. But today I have the honor, and I mean honor, of being joined by the one and only. He hates when I say this. The one and only.
Sometimes I'm not sure.
Producer behind the big board, Mr. Bob Fry. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Good to see you today.
Thank you. Happy Memorial Day to you.
Happy Memorial Day to you, sir, and to everyone out there in our listening and viewing audience, as we have Facebook Live up and running already. And this is a great weekend, although the weather is not cooperating right now, Bob, in western Pennsylvania. It's a little difficult out there.
Not bad, though. Temperature-wise, it's comfy.
Yeah, it's comfy temperature-wise. It definitely is. We're hoping that it straightens out a little bit before the festivities on Monday. And right off the bat, I want to just send out a friendly reminder to everyone in our listening audience and our Facebook Live community. Keep in mind the real meaning of Memorial Day. I know everybody has the best intentions, me included, and at times the festivities are fun, the picnics are fun, family get-togethers with friends and loved ones is wonderful, but again, we are here to memorialize, as good Americans, those who have served, given the greatest sacrifice as well, and it's that is absolutely the focus and should be the focus of all of us on Memorial Day. So, but definitely enjoy the weekend. It's a great tradition in this country as well. Everybody loves Memorial Day weekend, and I know I guess Frank Sparks himself is a big Memorial Day weekend guy, with the big nod to racing. I'm sure that's where he's at right now, Bob. He's down in where is he, in Charlotte?
I believe so.
See, Frank Sparks, exactly. Our producer of this show, is off on vacation, as he was also he wasn't. He was here last week, but I stopped in on Tuesday, and I had the opportunity to fill in on Teleforum for Beaver County Radio. It was a blast. Matt Durzik was awesome, and we were kind of lamenting, Matt and I about Frank's off-the-grid escapades. I don't know if you know this or not, Bob, but Frank was telling everyone here within earshot that he was not only going on vacation, he was going, quote unquote, off the grid. So
we'll track him down like a skunk.
Well, here's the irony. See, my friend, here's the irony. The irony is he kept repeating this over and over again for the weeks leading up to the vacation, to the point where I was like, okay, we get it. You're not going to be available. Well, during Matt and my time on Teleforum Tuesday, guess who showed up on Facebook Live? Frank Sparks. So this whole thing about putting the cell phone away and all that was nonsense.
Liar, yeah, pants on fire.
Definitely. You're busted, Frank, because I know you're listening now. You can say all you want that you don't. This station is so ingrained in you, Mr. Beaver County Radio. But it's great to have Bob Fry here. Bob and I get along great because Bob is the music maestro of Beaver County Radio, and I'm a music guy myself. And, that the musical connection is just incredible.
Phone lines open, Eric?
They certainly are. 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. The how did I say this? Most famous? No.
Famous.
The most famous numbers in Beaver County.
And other means to contact you?
Yes, indeed, sir. My man, Bob Fry is on it today. Yes, you can email me during the show here. I have actually connected for a change. It's sold@calleric.com. Email me a question. We're glad to talk about it on air. And also, of course, our Facebook Live audience is starting to build. Hi, Ron and Barry, Tony Celeste, a lot of great friends showing up here. Thank you so much for just taking a few minutes to tune in. It means a lot to me. Appreciate it. You can ask questions on Facebook Live as well, and we will get to them. The theme for today's show is certainly we're going to take whatever your questions are in regards to real estate. You can call in. Again, those numbers are 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. But also want to let you know that our focus for today, we're going to talk about open houses. That's right, open houses. And I find it funny that in the year 2017, at least from my perception, over the last couple years, in fact, it seems like open houses are on the decline. Houses just aren't open as much anymore. And I've spoken to a lot of agents about that, over the years, just socially. And it seems to be a lot of reasons that are given for the lack of open houses anymore. Obviously the biggest one would be the market is so strong. It's a seller's market. We don't have enough inventory. So again, if you're thinking about listing or buying your home, now's a good time. Especially if you're listing. Of course, if you're looking to sell your house, now is a tremendous time. But, the strong market, sellers are saying and listing agents are saying they don't need to have open houses. Buyers are just coming. I don't buy into all that, quite frankly. But there's another kind of a lame reason that I hear once in a while, but this excuse has been around for a long time. And that is that some agents feel, the sellers are concerned about safety and, they don't want people going through their belongings and all that stuff. And, I have to call bunk on that. That doesn't appear to be an issue with me at all. I mean, if you're going to sell your house, you're going to have to make it available for showings. And your agent or your realtor should have gone through with you as a seller and indicate, hey, you need to make sure the valuables are not left out. It isn't that people are thieves coming through your house, okay? I just believe in the old concept, why do locks exist? Well, locks exist to keep honest people honest, so don't put the temptation out there. Don't buy into the human condition. Just be smart about it. So same thing with an open house. Your realtor, let me tell you how I handle it. As the realtor for my sellers, I take great care and pride in presenting open houses. We'll get into that in a minute, how we do it. But the safety of the house is of utmost importance to me. And, I will walk through a home with people coming in. If it's a bigger house, 2,800 square feet and larger, typically I'll have a second realtor with me. So we both are kind of roaming the house very politely and very quietly, but just keeping an eye on everything. I've never had an issue of safety or security or anything going missing or none of that nonsense. So again, I don't buy into that. That's just an excuse. I think it's a lot of laziness. And I think open houses are wonderful, and we'll get into that. But that's another excuse I hear is, the seller is worried about their belongings. Well, okay. Then what happens when they have a lockbox on the house and the seller leaves and a agent comes with a buyer and they have a showing in private? Same thing, right? So it's kind of a weak excuse to me. We're going to talk a little bit about open houses. We're definitely going to talk about home inspections again, and I don't have Matt Pia here with me today, but I did get a couple questions via email in regards to home inspections, and I got a very long email from George, and George is from Hopewell. It was a great email, but he was giving me all the reasons why he felt he did not need a home inspection, and there were some valid points in there, but not valid enough for me to ever suggest that a buyer not get a home inspection. We'll touch on that as well too. But again, friends, it's good to be here. This is Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors, and you're listening to Your Personal Realtor here on Beaver County Radio every Saturday from 12:30 to noon. I'm joined today with Mr. Bob Fry behind the big board. Great to have him. And we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Hello, friends. This is RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna, with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
The first summer holiday is here. This Memorial Day weekend is the perfect time to gather with family and friends and kick off summer. This means a lot of you will be traveling on our roads and highways. Stay safe this holiday season. Please don't drink and drive. Find a designated driver and drive safe. Happy Memorial Day, Beaver County. Brought to you by J&J Spratt Funeral Home in New Brighton, the Philly Pretzel Factory located in the Chippewa Walmart, the Franklin Center in Aliquippa, Inside the Attic, which offers in-house custom-made upholstery and other services, the Henderson Agency in Aliquippa, Hozak Farms in Clinton, Darlington Cycle, the William Spratt Funeral Home in Beaver Falls, and Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Well, Mr. Bob Fry, thank you so much, my friends. Because of the expert production of Mr. Bob Fry, I have been able to come back. Thank you, sir. Thanks for hanging with us through that short break. Jeff D'Amico and Tony Brown, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on Facebook Live. Facebook Live, again, continues to be such a wonderful, wonderful part of this show. And it's really helped us expand our reach. And I see Brenda's tuning in. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. The support's been fabulous. The way to participate in this show, as usual, here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA is the two most famous numbers in Beaver County. That's 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. Any questions you have in regards to real estate, I'll do my darndest to answer them honestly and correctly. And if you stump me, it's worth a quarter. What do you think, Bob? They stumped me, it's worth a quarter?
Plus tax, 27 cents.
Plus tax. Fair enough, my friend. And if you stump me, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll get the answer for you correctly, and we'll have it for you next week. You know, we don't want to give bad information. My good friend David Wage checking in on Facebook Live. Thank you, David. Really appreciate it. Good times here. Our theme today is open houses. We're going to talk in detail about those, and we talked a little bit before the break why I think they're on the decline and some of the excuses that have been given to me. And I do say excuses pretty harshly, and I don't mean that. I understand that some agents, some realtors have their own philosophy on how to market a house. Some of them don't believe in open houses, and okay, that's fine. I am a realtor that wholeheartedly believes in open houses. Yes, it's a strong market, and, you know, there's been times where I've put a house on the market, and, you know, by the grace of the good Lord, the buyer came along quickly, and we never had to do an open house. But usually for me, when I do a listing, I'd like to try to schedule an open house in the first 4 to 6 weeks. You know, if the house is not sold by then, you know, we address whatever issues we think we can, or maybe just the right buyer hasn't come. Everything's right. We've priced it right. It shows beautifully. And that buyer has just not reached us yet. So I will schedule an open house. And I like them for a lot of reasons. Okay, now let's just lay this out here, because this is the objection that I hear once in a while, and I think it comes from the internet often, and there's nothing wrong with that. But oftentimes sellers, sellers have the belief that the only person that an open house benefits is the agent running the open house, meaning that the only reason we're doing an open house is because we're looking for buyers. You're darn right I'm looking for buyers. I'm looking for buyers for your house, Mr. Seller, for your house. I'm not there lead gathering as the main focus. I'm not there if I engage in conversation and someone comes through and they like the house, and in the end they don't want, the house doesn't good fit for them, and they contact me at a later point in date. If they contact me at a later point in date, because I certainly don't hound them down. I'm only engaging contact with people interested in that house. But certainly, if they like the way I present myself or how my thoughts on real estate or so forth, and they like the time they had there, if they contact me at a later date, sure, I'll discuss property with them. If they hire me on as their realtor, absolutely. So can a realtor benefit from an open house? Yeah, of course. We're in the relationship game. We are here to meet people, to engage with people, and talk about real estate. Not absolutely positively not the goal. Okay? I can tell you that, like many, what I consider to be very good and solid agents, I have had open houses that we were handed, usually at the end of the open house, we are handed offers by a buyer with their agent right at the open house. So this illusion that open houses can't sell property is absolutely incorrect. I'm living proof of that. And to believe what you read on the internet or maybe some bad advice you get from someone, the only thing an open house benefits is the agent, that's just pure nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. As a seller, one of the wonderful things about an open house is, first and foremost, is it's a little easier than having to rid up your house every time someone wants to come and see it during the week. You know, your agent comes and they open a lockbox and you have to get the house up, first and make sure it's right, then leave for an hour, then come back. If you enable your realtor to run a first-class open house, and I mean really run it correctly, and you work with your realtor, it's easy because you're going to clean that house up one time, and you're going to do a great job, and your realtor is going to tell you what's important and what isn't important to worry about. And then you're going to go to the mall, or you're going to go visit relatives, or go have a great dinner and maybe go to the park, go see a ball game, whatever it is. You're going to vacate the house. If you're my client, you're going to vacate the house for probably 6 hours, because I do open houses typically 5 hours, which is a little unusual, and we'll talk about that as well. You'll leave the house for a period of time, and the goal is you want a group of buyers to come to your house, either with agents or without agents. Okay, you get it all done at one time. A correct open house is promoted during the week by your agent. It's done in multitudes of ways. The traditional way, to be bluntly honest with you, is the last 20 years or so, the simplest way is we go on the MLS and we list the open house, and it starts to show. And it starts to show on Zillow and Remax.com and Realtor.com and Trulia and all the sites, all the brokers. It'll start showing open houses. And many people have their searches set up looking for open houses, and they'll get a notification. Where I take it a little different, a little step different, is certainly I actually promote the open house online. We absolutely do that. I do it not only at my website at calleric.com, but I also do it on Facebook and Instagram. And I do it in a big way. Certainly, I put out posts talking about the open house, the public post that everybody can see on my personal page and my business page. But I also buy advertisements. And what I mean by that is, on my business page, I will put a post about this open house, and I will show the walkthrough video that I shoot. We'll have a list to the actual link, and then some text and verbiage talking about the open house. Then I take that and I create an ad, and then I go in the back end of Facebook, and I very carefully look at the demographics, and Facebook enables me to do this. So I can target this advertisement to a specific group of people that meet the criteria who would be looking for this house in this particular town. And we put a broad area together and a certain demographics based on the price of the house and the attributes of the house and the location, even the time of year. That plays into the demographic that we try to create for that property. Then I purchase an advertisement, and I will be bluntly honest with you, it's pretty, it's healthy. It's close to $100 per ad, and it's only be running for 3 or 4 days. So you can imagine the saturation is quick and big. It goes everywhere. These ads have been tremendously beneficial. These ads have worked, and I will tell you why. Because I'm a very conversationalist, and when people come to my open house, I engage them in conversation. And oftentimes I'll ask, "How'd you hear about us?" Sometimes they'll say, "Hey, the open Sunday sign on the side of the house, or on the side of the rider sign on the front of the property, it works." But oftentimes they say, "Hey, I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook." And that's an indication that what we're doing, getting more eyeballs looking at the property online, is working. So, indeed, cannot minimize the importance of advertising the open house. And your realtor, if it's not me, should be doing exactly the same thing. And many, many do, but many, many more do not. And we'll carry this conversation on about open house on the other side of the break. You're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna, Realtor with RE/MAX Advanced, and we'll be right back.
Announcing the spring warehouse sale from Lacina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lisa Lacina says make sure everybody knows the spring warehouse fabric sale is going on right now with savings of 50% off. These fabrics won't last long, so please call Lacina Drapery and Blind Factory and set up a no-obligation shop-at-home appointment. 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, doing what they do best in Pittsburgh for 65 years. And that's helping you with custom-made window treatments and blinds right here in your hometown, with great service after the sale, too. So visit their West Liberty Avenue showroom or their state-of-the-art showroom in the Wexford-Warrendale area, but take advantage of the spring warehouse fabric sale and save up to 50% off. 412-665-4900 or log on to lachinadrapery.com.
Life is full of bittersweet transitions. It's difficult to know how these changes will impact us over time. For some people, difficult transitions like retirement, divorce, or loss of a loved one can hit harder than expected and may contribute to feelings of hopelessness or even thoughts of suicide. The risk of suicide is even higher for men over 50 who served our country. Guys like me. That's why support from friends and family makes such a big difference. Every day, your actions could help save a life. Together, we got this. Learn how you can help save a life at veteranscrisisline.net.
Hallowed Grounds Coffee Roastery of New Brighton congratulates Beaver County Radio on 69 years of local broadcast. Hallowed Grounds is also celebrating 10 years of premier coffee roasting in the Valley. To honor these achievements, Hallowed Grounds is rewarding our local community by offering sizzling hot summer specials that include throwback pricing to 2007, the year Hallowed Grounds was founded. Specials include their local trendsetter discount. Be a friend and set a trend. Get 10% off your order. Just mention this ad. Hallowed Grounds Coffee Roastery, 3rd Avenue in New Brighton.
1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
And we are back. Thank you, Mr. Bob Fry, for ensuring my safe arrival back on the air. Safety first, right? Safety first. Friends, thank you so much for joining us here in the wide area of Beaver County Radio coverage. And, of course, on Facebook Live, my friends, Sarah, well, they just keep stacking up. Thank you so much. Facebook Live has been a tremendous asset to this show. It has expanded our reach and expanded what we are trying to do here. A couple quick things. This is show number 35. That's right, Mr. Fry. Show number 35. Not bad, eh? And we're here every Saturday from 10:30 to noon. I want to mention to you, though, we are moving. That's right. We are moving to, drum roll, please. We are moving to Wednesday, starting, I believe, on
6th? June 6th?
I'm not sure. It's Wednesday. I thought it was the 7th. Is it the 7th? I don't have a calendar in front of me. Mr. Bob Fry will verify that. But we are moving to a 2 to 4 o'clock format. And if you notice, that is 2 solid hours. So while this science experiment has started many moons ago, 35 weeks ago officially, our first show, we were at an hour format. We were upgraded to 90 minutes, which was wonderful. That was exciting in and of its own right. And then to have the show renewed for the next year, that was number 3.
June 6th is a Tuesday.
Or so it's June 7th then.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah, June 7th.
Right.
June 7th. Wednesday, June 7th, we're going to 2 hours. We were upgraded and renewed for the new year, and then blessed to have the faith of the management here at Beaver County Radio, Mr. Mark Peterson and the wonderful crew, the approval and cooperation of Sir Frank Sparks, program director and producer of the show, and my co-host. He doesn't want to admit that, but he is. We're now going to 2 hours and moving into prime time. So really great, and I could not do it without, of course, our listening audience and our Facebook audience who have made the show go. Thank you so much. This show is sponsored every week by calleric.com. Again, that's the website, calleric.com. That is my website. And outside of learning a little bit about my practice and how I conduct my realtor job, so to speak, here on the radio, you can also go to that website and you can peruse around a little bit. There's copies of all of our shows on there. It's all archived. I do a short 1-minute video clip in a series called the McKenna Minute, just a short and rather random real estate pointers that has been very well received. Thank you very much. I'm also involved with a podcast once a week with another great realtor out of Minneapolis named Tom Summers. And our first series, which we're about 9 episodes in already, and about 10 minutes apiece, it's based on information for the first-time home buyer. We're going through the whole process of what you can expect, what you need from your realtor, and it's been phenomenal. And the feedback we've gotten from all over the country, people watching this as a reference source, has been so rewarding. We met so many great people. So again, it's the First-Time Home Buyers Podcast with Tom Summers and Eric McKenna. And you can check that out anywhere on Google, Spreaker, YouTube. But you can go to my website at calleric.com and learn more about that as well. And I welcome your visit. I promise you it won't be quite as boring. Not that real estate is always the most exciting topic in the world, as Mr. Bob Fry struggles to stay awake over there. but indeed, if you're in the market and you're looking for a realtor, let me just tell you point blank, I'd love to speak with you. Again, I work in Allegheny, Washington, Butler, and of course, the great County of Beaver. This show has enabled me to meet so many wonderful people in Beaver County. It's beyond my expectations, and many of them have become clients. I'm listing houses for you wonderful people, and I'm also working with many of you in buying homes as a result of this show, me getting a chance to reach out and get a chance for us to communicate and for you to know me a little bit and vice versa. And Bob, I will tell you, point blank, as I told Frank numerous times, I have never been fed so well in my life. I have come out to meet these great folks. Even they just wanted information. It came out and hey, we're not ready to do anything, Eric. But how about next year you might be, or the year after, or 6 months from now? Man, it's amazing. I make it a rule that I really don't drink cocktails or a beer or anything while I'm working. So, and with realtors, we're always working. So I keep that professional thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've wanted a beer on the front porch a couple times, but man, just the generosity. The people of Beaver County are phenomenal. I mean, really, they're absolutely phenomenal. And and believe me, I believe in the best of everybody, and there's great people in all the counties. I get it, but man, the hospitality has been fantastic, and for that, I want to thank you all. Sincerely, I want to thank you all. Okay, so if I can be of help to you, the direct way to reach me is my cell number. You can call or text me. It's 412-613-4466. You can email me at sold@calleric.com. And, of course, the website is calleric.com. Contact me anytime you can. Anytime you want some information, I am here to be your personal realtor. Never any obligations. Hold on a second. Never any obligations. And as Mr. Bob Fry tends to tear down my video apparatus over here. We're okay, Bob. You're listening to 1230 WBVP, Beaver Falls and Chippewa, and 1460 WMBA, Ambridge and Moon Township. Right now, it's time for Town Hall News.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Despite reports that gas prices are going to be the highest they've been in more than 10 years, more Americans intend to spend their Memorial Day weekend away from home. This Memorial Day, Americans from around the country will no doubt show up to pay their respects at Arlington National Cemetery. That's where Army Specialist Jeremiah Solomon was among those placing flags on the military graves.
To come out here during Memorial Day weekend and being able to put flags on, numerous headstones is just an honor because, a lot of these people out here, majority of them, have given ultimate sacrifice one way or another. And it's definitely an honor and truly something that I love doing.
AAA spokeswoman Jeanette Castellano says if you are traveling by car this weekend, you will have plenty of company on the roads.
This Memorial Day weekend, we will see 34.6 million Americans taking to the roads to travel, which is a 2.4 increase over 2016.
And again, the study by AAA predicting close to 40 million people will be traveling. Some high-priced cars are being recalled. Correspondent Rita Foley explains why.
BMW is recalling thousands of older 7 Series cars because the doors can open unexpectedly while the car is moving. These are 2005 through 2008 model year vehicles. BMW is warning the doors may appear to be closed and locked, but if somebody comes in contact with the door, it may open. Road conditions can also pop the door open. BMW is still trying to figure out why why this is happening and is trying to come up with a fix.
That's Rita Foley reporting. British Airways has canceled all flights from London's Heathrow and Gatwick airports. It blames what it calls a major IT systems failure, but stops short of calling it a cyber attack. More from townhall.com.
You're unique. You don't walk like everyone, talk like everyone, or sleep like everyone. So why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a truly customized mattress would cost you $5,000 to $10,000. Until now, go to HillockSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we'll run a 3D biomechanical model of your body through the proprietary algorithms we developed with the help of the world's leading ergonomics and biomechanics experts. The result? The most comfortable mattress you've ever slept on. Hillock's customers report a 30% improvement in overall sleep quality. And for couples, we customize each side of the mattress. Your mattress arrives at your door in about a week, and shipping is completely free. That's why everyone from GQ Magazine to Forbes is talking all about Helix Sleep. You've got 100 nights to try it out, and if you don't love it, we'll pick it up for free and give you a full refund, no questions asked. Go to HelixSleep.com/Prager and get $50 off your order. That's HelixSleep.com/Prager. HelixSleep.com/Prager.
British police say they are evacuating residents around a house that was being searched in connection with the Manchester concert bombing. The Greater Manchester Police Department said officers were moving people from the area in the Moss Side neighborhood as a precaution. Right around a dozen people have been rounded up as possibly having a connection to the suicide bomber who killed 22 people. A federal judge has tossed out 2 life sentences for one of Virginia's most notorious criminals and terrorists.
Lee Boyd Malvo was 17 when he was arrested in 2002 for a series of shootings that killed 10 people and wounded 3 others over a 3-week span in Virginia, Maryland, and the District of Columbia, causing widespread fear throughout the region. But the judge ordered Virginia courts to hold new sentencing hearings after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that mandatory life sentences for juveniles are unconstitutional. Malvo's accomplice, John Allen Mohammed, was executed in 2009.
That's Ron DeRoxler reporting. More from townhall.com. A Democrat running for statewide office in Virginia is calling for the state to take down and rename monuments to the Confederacy.
Susan Platt says that if elected lieutenant governor, she would lead a commission tasked with taking down all Confederate statues and renaming highways and public buildings named for Confederate soldiers. Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy, and much of the Civil War was fought in Virginia. Platt says tax dollars should not be spent celebrating a rebellion intended to maintain slavery. She's running against 2 other Democrats for the party's nomination. The primary is June 13th. The lieutenant governor is a largely ceremonial position that oversees the state Senate, but is often used as a springboard to run for governor. Keith Peters, Washington.
The Pentagon has launched an investigation into reports that former Senator John Glenn's body may have been disrespected before his burial this year. According to the Military Times, the Pentagon is investigating reports that a staffer at Dover Air Force Base disrespected the body. More from townhall.com.
And we're back. Hi, friends. And Mr. Bob Fry, my producer. Thank you for my safe arrival back. I gotta start saying it's a little inside joke. Sorry, my friends. Hard to explain it, but it's great to be here with you. You're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. Heard every Saturday from 10:30 to noon. And starting on, drum roll, June 7th, we're moving to Wednesdays from 2 to 4. Thrilled about that, and we'll talk about that toward the end of the show. You can participate in this show always. If you have questions about real estate, I'll do my darndest for you and get you the correct answer. Love to speak with you. The 2 most famous numbers in Beaver County. That's right, Beaver County Radio's 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. And I am your humble host, Eric McKenna. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realty. My office is in Swickley, but I'm never there. I work all over Western Pennsylvania, as my broker, Mr. Mark Handlovich, will indicate and probably log on and tell you I'm never there. But can't make money sitting in the office, buddy. You got to get out there and do your thing. That's what I do. But love meeting people. Just love what I do. And this here shows part of the whole tapestry of my realtor practice. Really enjoy it. Feel free to call us on Beaver County Radio. You can also check us out on Facebook Live. If you haven't logged in, you're listening to the radio now. You can log in, just search Eric McKenna on Facebook. You'll see me, Your Personal Realtor. Go to my wall, and we are running Facebook Live right now. Love to have you join the Facebook family. It has been great. Today we're talking about open houses, and we're going to get right back to it and why they're beneficial to sellers. We talked a little bit about the myth out there that they only benefit agents, which is just utterly ridiculous. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Abraham Lincoln said that. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln once said, never believe anything you read on the internet. At least not all of it. But as always, this show is sponsored by my website, calleric.com. Again, that's calleric.com. Getting back to the open houses and why I love them, we talked a little bit about how I certainly promote them like most agents do. We put them in the MLS, very easy, it takes 5 seconds, and the open house indicator gets populated on the listing on Zillow, obviously the multi-list for agents, but Trulia and Realtor.com and Homes.com and the many, many others that pull your listing off of the MLS and put it out there publicly. So that's how the open house is typically promoted. At times, you'll see them promoted on a sign that'll say Open Sunday hanging off of the standard real estate sign in the yard. And neighbors and so forth might drive by and see that. And that's maybe sometimes of a help. What I found, to be honestly, is that what that brings oftentimes are very nice and very well-intentioned looky-loos, which is basically another way of saying that your neighbors will want to come and see your house. It always happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can't be, as a seller, be afraid of that. It's going to happen. Your neighbors are curious. Let's face it, this is a very big seller's market, and a lot of people are interested in, hey, what can I get for my home? What can I get for my home? And again, friends, I'll remind you, if that's where you're at now, and you're thinking about what you can get for your home, get in touch with me. That's right, 412-613-4466. Call or text 412-613-4466. That is my direct line. Eric McKenna, Your Personal Realtor, and we will talk about the valuation of your house and getting you a good market value and what you could expect, the range you could expect, and what you would get. So we've got to talk to you about that. But again, back to the looky-loos, the neighbors are going to stop and see, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to have an open mind when you're a seller. We want people, we want interaction, we want your open house to be busy. The other method that I talked about in detail a little bit there was that I do run paid advertisements on Facebook, and there's a lot of thought that goes in there. The market that we're targeting, who we're targeting, it's pretty good, and we really we spend money. I do it out of it's not coming out of my seller's end. I want to make this very clear. I buy these ads myself for my sellers. It's part of my marketing commitment to my sellers. But these advertisements are run efficiently, and they're targeted to the right type of person that potentially could be interested in this home. And to Facebook's credit, they have the algorithms and they have the data, and they make it available to us. We just have to care enough to go in there and do that. And that's why I find it very beneficial to my sellers, because I don't find a lot of realtors out there doing that. And it's available to us, and the money is well spent. These Facebook advertisements, and they also bleed onto Instagram as well, which is great. But they really bring the interest. And like I said, I have had open houses where buyers have walked in with their agents, and they've come back later in the afternoon with an offer on the house. So it really is a way to sell your house. If you're a seller out there and you're on the fence about open houses, and you are currently listed with an agent or a realtor, by all means, talk to them. Tell them you want to hear what their strategy is for an open house. Have an open mind. Again, I understand the scary part about people walking through your home. I get that. But if you're already listed, they're already doing that when they come for their showings, right? So this is just the same thing. And you'll have your own agent there, or an agent on their team, or an agent from their brokerage, more than likely. Some agent associated with your realtor will be manning the open house. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love it. I love the opportunity to show off the house that I have been entrusted to list. Case in point, I'm having an open house tomorrow from 11 to 4. That's 5 hours at 202. That's 202 Pine Drive in Moon Township. Fantastic 4-bedroom home, 2.5 baths in the heart of Moon. It's got a beautiful lot on it. It's got like a really nice manicured and a very, an upscale driveway. Just a great, great home. And the kitchen's dynamite. I can go on and on about it. But again, it's 202 Pine Drive, Moon Township. Come see me tomorrow. I'll be there from 11 to 4. I'll be there personally. I'll be manning this one personally. Love to see you. Come say hello. Talk a little baseball. We do that at our open houses. Have some, I'm not going to tell you what kind of treats I'll have, but trust me, they're good. I don't play around. Bob's laughing over. Yeah, this is what they say. No one goes hungry at a McKenna open house. So by all means, come and see me and see just a fantastic house. I wanted a little shout out to Mallory Lynn. How are you? One of my clients and my dear friends. So good to see you. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook Live. But be very open-minded to an open house, whether you're currently listing your house or you're thinking about it after you call me. Then we can talk about the philosophy. But they work, friends. They really do work. As we move along here in the show, we're going to talk about some of the expectations that your realtor is going to need from you, the home seller, in regards to prepping for an open house. But and it's funny, like I've sat over the years and had some very frank conversations with some seasoned agents. I can't say young because Lord knows I'm not young. But, I've had some agents that have been in the business many years longer than myself. And I always bring the concept of open houses up. And it's funny, you get all kinds of opinions. Some agents do not like them. Some agents love them. I'm on the side that I love them. I think they're great marketing tools to get more, for lack of a better way of putting it, getting more bodies into the house, more eyeballs, more people engaged with the property. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's, I think it's very positive, very, very positive. That's how you're going to sell the house. You're looking for the right buyer, and that right buyer more than likely can walk right in that front door. And oftentimes the way they're getting in is through an open house. So, but I've spoken with these seasoned agents, and it's really fascinating to listen to what real estate was like before the internet age and how things were done. And the big MLS multi-list books that they had to go through every week that were changing, and that's how you showed homes. Or they had the little leaflets, I think, that went out to the public that were published that were in like Giant Eagles and Foodlands, and they were like in the little little holders by the door, the entrance. That's how people knew about homes outside of the Sunday paper as well. And open houses, I think, were more not prestigious, but they played a more they played a larger role in the sales process before the internet. At least that's what I hear from a lot of agents that were selling back in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, even early 90s. And again, whether it's the internet or not, to me, it's still a wonderful opportunity to expose your house in a very professional and a very open, lack of a better phrase, very open way, and have it professionally maintained and staffed. Everything just looking great and very positive, and having your agent, your realtor, interact with buyers and agents that come for the viewing. I mean, that's what you want. You want people engaged with your property. Yes, you want to use the internet. Hopefully your realtor is helping you use the internet, okay? But you still want people to experience your house. No one's going to buy a house sight unseen. And if it happens, it's a 1 in a 5,000 shot. It just doesn't happen. Especially if it's a home they're going to live in. People want to come and experience the house. And often, for someone to put an offer in on a house, friends, it's sometimes, 2, 3, maybe 4 visits before they make that decision. Especially if they're looking at multiple homes. They could be out with a realtor and, scheduling 5 houses a day, 3 houses a day, 8 houses a day. And I will tell you, I've done that with clients. I've taken them out for 8 houses, 9 houses, and we spend a whole day together. And yes, they take good notes, and I take good notes. But toward the end of the day, everything kind of runs together. And all of a sudden, you're like, hey, the 3rd house we were at, that was the winner for today, and they really like it. But they don't remember it enough. You've got to go back for a second look, sometimes a third look. And as a seller, you need to understand that. This is not like buying a car. It's not like you go to the dealership, you get in the car, the salesman harasses you, okay? I hate to say that because I have friends that are car salesmen who are wonderful people. But let's face it, that process is not pleasurable for the buyer. It's just not, okay, generally speaking. But buying a home is different from buying a car. You're going to get in that car, take a test drive. You're going to think about it. You're going to haggle a little bit. You're going to walk out of the house or walk out of the dealership. And you're going to come back. Then he's going to obviously say, hold a second, I'm going to go talk to my manager. And then they're going to come back.
Yes, I remember that very well.
Then the manager may come back with him, and all of a sudden something special is happening. And I wanted to say John Smith, and my good friend, is checking in on Facebook Live. How are you, John? Thank you so much. But this is not like buying a car. It's just not. And I think oftentimes, and I've felt it occasionally with a couple of my home sellers, initially, I think the perception is that because the market's strong, all of a sudden, boom, something's going to sell immediately. And, hey, we all have our opinions. And I will tell you, I've had homes that I've listed that have not sold as fast as I thought they would. I've had homes that were even more unique in unique areas that I thought, hey, it's going to take some really aggressive marketing here. And by the luck of the draw, the right buyer comes along quickly. So, again, it's impossible to predict the entire market. It really is. But putting all the cards in your favor, so to speak, or in the favor of your realtor, or letting your realtor help you put all the cards in your favor. While doing that, a good big part of it is being open-minded to conducting open houses. And I know we're closing on another break here, Bob, but what I want to state is there's a couple different things you can do as a seller to prepare for open houses, little extras that mean a lot. And there's also some creative things that realtors can do as well at open houses. I've tried a few experiments have been great. A few of them didn't work out that well, but the idea is to help create additional excitement. I learned from a wonderful RE/MAX agent. I will be glad to give him a plug. He's a great guy, Brian Carruthers. He actually is. He works in my brokerage as well. And Brian was. I haven't had too many long conversations with him, but we know each other relatively well. And Brian does very creative things at his open houses and really engages people. And he's just a great personality as it is. So, but again, your agent wants to be creative in regards to promoting the open house. And then once people are there, you want to keep them there. You want to interact with them. You know, it's important. Believe me, I've gone to open houses with my clients before. I have, and I've walked in, and sadly, we weren't really engaged. You know, there was someone manning the open house. I'm assuming they were licensed, of course, but they did not engage us. They didn't ask us. And when we asked questions, they really didn't have answers. See, that's not how an open house should be run. You know, and I can assure you that the open houses that I run for my clients as your personal realtor are professional. They're absolutely well promoted, even with paid advertisements, and we do it first class because we want to sell your house. That's why you hired us. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, here on Beaver County Radio, and we'll be right back. Hello, friends. This is RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Make sure to be a part of the 27th Annual Beaver Falls Car Cruise happening June 10th on 7th Avenue in Beaver Falls. This year's event looks to be bigger and better than ever. The first 1,200 vehicles get free dash plaques, plus the popular Beaver Falls Passport program will be back again with a chance to win a lot of great prizes from local Beaver Falls businesses. Special thanks go out to this year's major Beaver Falls Car Cruise sponsors, including First Energy, Ron Lewis Ford Chevy Kia, Ed Isabella State Farm Insurance, and Beaver County Radio. The giant Beaver Falls Car Cruise runs from 1 until 9, rain or shine, and is free for cruisers and spectators. Additional cruise sponsors include Approved Toilet Rentals, Interstate Communications, Beaver County Advanced Auto Parts, Sherwin-Williams Paint Store, Longhorn Saloon, API Auto Products, and Twisted Metal Car Club. For more information, follow the Beaver Falls Car Cruise on Facebook or keep listening to 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Backed by popular demand, tune in for some good old-fashioned Southern gospel preaching this and every Sunday at noon by Pastor Leroy Netting from the Aliquippa Free Methodist Church. It's church the way you remember it as a kid, and it's back on your radio. Sundays from noon to 12:30, it's Pastor Leroy Netting's weekly message from the Aliquippa Free Methodist Church right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA.
And we are back, my friends. And welcome back to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna here on Beaver County Radio. That's right, friends. We're here every Saturday from 10:30. Well, let's just put it this way, Bob. We're here today, and we're here next Saturday from 10:30 to noon. And then starting on June 7th, Wednesday, June 7th, we are going prime time. That's right, 2 to 4 every Wednesday. And we're excited about it. Special hello to more Facebook friends who have joined us. Kenneth and Kimberly, thank you so much. Facebook Live has been a tremendous addition to this show. We have received on-air questions through Facebook Live. And, of course, our phone lines are open. In regards to any questions you may have with real estate, we'll do our best to address them for you here today. Or anything else you want to talk about, because Bob and I are just chilling today. We're just chilling. It was a great Penguin victory. We're still kind of recuperating from that. The Pirates, well, Bob, the Pirates, I don't know what to say. I called in during the Sports Slam because, as friends, for those of you who've been listening to me and Frank do this show for a while, we're both big sports fans, baseball fanatics for that matter, and we touch on baseball once in a while. But hey, guys, that's what we do. This is like the variety hour. I mean, it was funny. I'll share this with Bob. Bob doesn't even know this either, but when we were planning out move to prime time and everything, and Frank and I will get off on these tangents, and we do talk real estate content here. Yes, we do. That's our commitment to you. We do. But Frank and I will get off on tangents once in a while, and in sports, whether it's sports or something in the news, will drag us off in a different direction. So we were planning for our move to Wednesday, and between Frank, Mark Peterson, and I, we were almost thinking we should probably rename the show the Eric McKenna Variety Show. Only because it seems like, and I was also joking with them too, and I want to say hello to my mother, Cheryl McKenna. I'm sure she's listening here, but I'll be scolded when I see her later today because she will say, "Son, can you ever stay on topic? I mean, this is a real estate show." So it's pretty bad when you're 51, but you're being scolded professionally for your radio performance by your mother. but yeah, we have a lot of fun here, and Bob's keeping me on point and on target today, and I appreciate that, Bob. Bob's my content czar over here, making sure that I'm on schedule, which I've done pretty well. You have to admit, I haven't gone over schedule yet. But we're talking about open houses, friends, and the important, at least as far as this realtor is concerned, the importance of open houses, and just the success that I've had with them as a realtor, and buyers with their agents walking in, viewing the house or that I'm hosting the open in, and then coming back later in the day and bringing us an offer. I mean, for the years I've been doing this, that has happened to me it's happened to me 5 times. 5 times I've had a buyer walk in with their agent, view the house, ask some questions, spend some time, come back later, and it's usually, they always, it's funny too, they'll always ask you, "How long are you here?" And as a courtesy, they always wait until, 10 to 4. And then they come in and they want to present the offer, which is rewarding and fun and satisfying for not only me, of course, but for my seller. But it's like, wow, it works. All the people that don't like open houses, whether they're agents, realtors, whether they're the public, with the garbage you read on the internet that doesn't work anymore, friends, it works. Make your house open and available. Talk to your realtor about conducting an open house. Ask them how they're going to promote them, how it's going to work, how it's going to be run, and ask them how many hours they're going to do it. This is one of my pet peeves as a realtor, and this is what I've done personally. My little mission, so to speak, when I became a realtor was I would take buyers out, and this is what a young realtor will always do. They're going to be scrambling to find your buyers, and it takes a while to get a listing for the most part when you're a young agent. So you naturally work with buyers, and you're out there scrambling, and you're going to see houses, and oftentimes you'll go out on a Sunday. And part of your route that you'll take to view different homes, some of them will be open houses. And I was always astounded that open houses would run for like 2 hours. You see people, oh, we're here from 11 to 1, or we're here from 12 to 2, or we're here from, 1 to 3. Or once in a while, you'll see 3 hours, like 1 to 4, something like that. But to me, my argument is, and this is what I tell my sellers, I say, hey, look, if we're going to do this, if we're going to make you, really clean this house and do some things, maybe you're going to do some painting, possibly you're going to make some alterations, and we're going to put a lot of effort into this, even beyond what you typically do for a regular showing. Let's do it right. Let's do it for 5 hours. And I run mine from 11 to 4. Now, on occasion, if I slide one in on a Saturday because of the show, I would do a 1 to 4. That's rare. Most of my opens are on Sundays, of course, naturally. And I do 11 to 4. I do it 5 hours. And my argument is, if you only give a 2-hour window, I don't know what that perceived urgency is going to do to all the buyers out there. I don't want people scrambling. And I don't want, quite frankly, to ram, for lack of a better phrase, all of the buyers in a short window. I'd rather have them come at their leisure. I think a 5-hour window between 11 and 4 on a Sunday provides agents the opportunity to get there without being rushed. Naturally, it encourages more people to be there. And since the window's bigger, more agents are able to find a way to get there because they might be out showing houses, multiple houses with their buyers. So we do it right. We do it for 5 hours. Excuse me. And we don't, we kind of break the norm, and yes, there's refreshments. Of course there is, and quite frankly, what I find to be what's really cool is I've met so many families over the years, and it's funny. The women don't eat. I noticed that the women don't eat the refreshments. It's the men and the kids. I think it's so cool. I've had so many little ones come with their parents and just devour, especially if it's cookies or cupcakes. I mean, just devour them. I mean, a funny story was the second open house I ever ran as an agent. I was, a little nervous, of course, of doing it in Crafton. Beautiful, beautiful house, old Victorian home. And it was a big house. So I had another agent with me that from the old brokerage I used to work from because I wanted an extra agent in the house to watch the house and so forth. It went off flawlessly. Well, the ultimate buyer of the house happened to come to the open house, and they had 5 kids with them. Ages from like 2 to like maybe 7. I'm not kidding you. Like all in this tight, I know, God love her, right? All in this tight time frame. They ate those kids over a course of an hour because the parents were there naturally asking questions, and they were there for a good hour and a half. Those kids, I am not kidding you, Bob, they ate 2 cartons of Giant Eagle sugar cookies that I had. It was incredible. I was delighted. I thought it was hysterical. We had more, of course, but I could not believe it. I was like, they had to be wired for sound, my friends. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, them taking that. What a sugar high that had to be. Holy smokes. Well, they say, time goes fast when you're having fun, friends. We're going to come back for the third segment of the show, and we are talking open houses here. By all means, contact me at 724-843-1888, 724-774-1888, 2 most famous numbers in Beaver County, and you are listening to Beaver County Radio. We'll be right back.
Are you or a family member having difficulty managing health-related needs or living independently at home? Life Beaver County, a partnership of Lutheran Senior Life and Heritage Valley Health System, can help. They provide comprehensive medical care, including medications, adult day services, physical and occupational therapies, socialization, and home care. Transportation is provided to and from their adult day center and medical appointments. Their participants continue to live at home, but with the care and support needed to maintain their independence, all with no copay or deductible for eligible participants who qualify. If you are 55 years of age or older, call Life Beaver County at 724-378-5400 for a list of services and eligibility requirements, or visit their website at lutheranseniorlife.org/life. Call Life Beaver County today at 724-378-5400 for more information. That's 724-378-5400.
Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Reverend Gary Hilton of Chippewa United Methodist Church would like to cordially invite you to come join his congregation in celebrating the life of Christ every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. The Chippewa United Methodist Church is located at 2545 Donington Road in Beaver Falls. So if you can't make it to the service, then listen every Sunday morning from 11 to 11:30 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA to the Reverend Gary Hilton of the Chippewa United Methodist Church.
You know, Bob, I hear this Eric Clapton music here, which, you know, my intro. I love that. It's getting me fired up for, like, the oldies, man. You doing oldies today?
Yes, I am.
All right, and this comes right after our show, or is there a break?
12:30.
12:30.
Yeah.
So is it Lincoln Learning?
Right.
Lincoln Learning's coming up
from
at
noon to 12:30.
Okay, and there's Bob Fry spinning the platters. Well, not probably exclusively the platters. The group The Platters, but I mean, you know, the vinyl platters.
It's like Clyde McFatter from The Platter.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I got Ron Dramo checking in on Facebook Live. He said that one of the realtors had candles, punch, and cookies at an open house. She made an impression and was prepared for questions. Yeah, that's how it should be done. Punch is good as long as it's not spiked, because you never know there's kids running around. Candles are good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of vanilla candles. I kind of laugh. This is going to sound a little corny, but I read something, of course, online, and here I'm telling people not to believe all they read online. But years ago, I read something about fragrances and homes and things, and I guess vanilla does something to the brain. I encourage vanilla candles, but Ron's exactly right. Cookies, yeah, and that's what we do. My open houses are very warm and inviting, you know, and we're not over the top. I mean, I don't do some of the crazy stuff I see out there, but that's okay. Creativity is wonderful. My job is done at the open house. That's the bulk of it, and that's the true engagement. But it's also my job to get people there, and whether it's sending out mass emails, reminding agents, all the local agents that I've known, work with, and love over the years, and that are out here, getting people there is the, you know, that it all starts there. You got to promote it. Then once you're there, you need to engage people. You need to be open long enough. You know, 2 hours is not enough. And these are my particular beliefs. That I'm not saying all agents or all realtors share them. I'm just telling you my philosophy. That's what this show's about. Me. So I'm just letting my philosophy out there. And I just believe that, you know, engagement is the final piece of the puzzle, and getting them to see the attributes of the house and showing the house off with its best attributes in the very best way possible. And the seller certainly is important. Just briefly, things I need from the seller. You know, I need it to be clean. The house doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's not about being perfect. You know, there can be a dent here, there could be a small deficiency here, but cleanliness is the key. That's what I ask of my sellers. I will tell you, as a young agent, I would walk into some open houses and, you know, I must have not done my job explaining what I needed, because there was dirty dishes in the sink. You know, I've had to clean dishes. I've had to mop floors. I have run the vacuum cleaner. I have made children's beds. I've walked upstairs and, you know, the place looks great, but a couple of the kids didn't make their beds, or I get it. I'm okay with all that. I've walked dogs. I mean, this is what I love people. I love to engage people. I don't mind any of this stuff at all. But I say it because I stress it to my sellers. It's imperative that you you put your best foot forward on an open house. And it all starts with cleanliness. Now, orderly is next. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having children. That's the spice of life, and that's not a detraction for showing your house. And oftentimes we don't have enough space. That's why we're moving. So there could be, not enough room for toys. That's okay. Make them orderly. Make the place look orderly. If you have a lot of stuff or too much stuff, if you feel it's too much, talk to your realtor. Maybe you get a pod. Maybe you put some Tupperware containers together and you take them, or you put them in your car and you drive away for a while. Whatever it is. I mean, whatever your concern is, if, too much in your home is part of that, it can be rectified. I stress cleanliness first and then having the house orderly. You have to have that, without a doubt. Everything beyond that, any specific things you want to do, candles and, certain scents and all that's wonderful. Not the most, the highest on the importance chain there. But, if you want to paint, you want to do things, talk to your realtor. Sure, there's things you can do to freshen up your house. Absolutely. Absolutely. But cleanliness and having your house orderly as a seller, you want to help your realtor sell your house, that's what you do. That's especially for an open house, without a doubt. You want to leave that. You want to put your house in the best foot forward, presentation-wise, cleanliness and orderliness.
Leave a good impression.
Absolutely. I mean, because I want to do my best as your realtor to make sure that we leave a great impression, an absolute great impression with all agents and buyers that come. That's my job. But I need your help, because when you go to leave the house a half an hour before I arrive or 15 minutes before I arrive, what I need from you, because I don't have the time, is to have that house rocking and rolling. It needs to be ready, And I will tell you, 99% of every open house I've ever done has been spot on perfect, even beyond my expectations. People understand that. They want their house to show tremendously well. They want to take a tremendous pride in their house, Of course they do. But every once in a while, I don't think it's my job. Obviously, I view it this way. If I walk into a house and it's not the way it should be for an open house, it's not as clean as it should be, it's not as orderly as it should be, I don't blame the seller. I blame myself, that I must not have conveyed how important it was that we are ready to rock and roll the moment that first buyer arrives. And that place is a show place, as best as it possibly can be. And I just must have failed not explaining that correctly, because no one selling their house would ever intentionally not get it ready for an open house. People just don't do that. So, friends, you're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. We're here every Saturday from 10:30 to noon. Today I'm here with my good friend Bob Fry. And Bob is going to ease my way out to the next break. I promise we'll be right back.
Announcing the spring warehouse sale from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lisa Lachina says make sure everybody knows the spring warehouse fabric sale is going on right now with savings of 50% off. These fabrics won't last long, so please call Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory and set up a no-obligation shop-at-home appointment. 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, doing what they do best in Pittsburgh for 65 years. And that's helping you with custom-made window treatments and blinds right here in your hometown, with great service after the sale, too. So visit their West Liberty Avenue showroom or their state-of-the-art showroom in the Wexford-Warrendale area. But take advantage of the spring warehouse fabric sale and save up to 50% off. 412-665-4900 or log on to lachinadrapery.com.
Make sure to be a part of the 27th Annual Beaver Falls Car Cruise happening June 10th on 7th Avenue in Beaver Falls. This year's event looks to be bigger and better than ever. The first 1,200 vehicles get free dash plaques, plus the popular Beaver Falls Passport program will be back again with a chance to win a lot of great prizes from local Beaver Falls businesses. Special thanks go out to this year's major Beaver Falls Car Cruise sponsors, including First Energy, Ron Lewis Ford Chevy Kia, Ed Isabella State Farm Insurance, and Beaver County Radio. The giant Beaver Falls Car Cruise runs from 1 until 9, rain or shine, and is free for cruisers and spectators. Additional cruise sponsors include Approved Toilet Rentals, Interstate Communications, Tri-County McDonald's, Rochester Machine Corporation, Citizens Bank, John Brown's Armory, Little Joe's, and Aquatic Gardens. For more information, follow the Beaver Falls Car Cruise on Facebook or keep listening to 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, we are back, friends. That's right. You hear Eric Clapton, Forever Man. Bob, you know Your Personal Realtor is coming on. It's one of the cool things about developing this show was able to pick our bumper music, and I reached deep back in my childhood, and well, not that far back. Well, for the Brothers Johnson, yes, that was a long time ago. This was like the mid-'80s, I think, Mr. Clapton, Forever Man. Great tune. And we're having a great show here today. Special thanks to Mr. Bob Fry, my producer, my guest producer today. As most of you know, Frank Sparks is out pretending to be off the grid, so we'll just leave that there for what it is. We're talking about, I know you're out there, Frank. We are talking open houses here. We've gone through a litany of things that we require. But friends, whether it's an open house, whether you just need someone to talk to you about buying or selling a house for you or your family member, someone you care about, and you want some good advice, and you want someone to take care of you. Because in the end, that's really what it's all about, service. That's me. When it comes to real estate service or clients, that's where I hang my hat, friends. I'd love to talk to you about your real estate concerns. This is Eric McKenna, your personal realtor, and I can be truly your personal realtor. Give me a call or text today at 412-613-4466. Again, that's 412-613-4466. Call or text me. Be glad to talk with you on phone. We can email each other at sold@calleric.com. Text, call, doesn't send carrier pigeon. It's fine. You'll reach me. Look me up on Google. Check out my website, calleric.com. Whatever method you use to connect with me, just do that. Connect with me. Let's have a chat. Let me explain my philosophies on real estate briefly and how I work. At the end, if for some reason, hey, I'm not the guy for you, that's okay. I'd be glad to refer you off to a bunch of great agents out there. There's a lot of us out there. But I think if we had that opportunity to sit down for a couple minutes, you'll see that I'm dedicated to my clients, and I can indeed provide the kind of service you want and get you to the goal, whether that's selling your home, selling and buying a new home, or just maybe you're buying your very first home. Love to talk with you. Again, this is Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors, and I can be your personal realtor. That's right, your personal realtor. And you can reach me at 412-613-4466. Yeah, it's an easy number now. I picked that out, special years ago. It's easy to remember. 412-613-4466. Right, Bob? I mean, come on. That's easy to remember, right? Double. That's right. Double. Was that horse racing, or was that what was a double? Was it lottery? Double. Oh, at the bar. Why didn't I remember that? But it's been a great show. I've been, like I said, Bob Fry's been here. It's been smooth. We've kind of broken our brakes up a little bit differently today, and it's run very, very smooth. Friends, at calleric.com, which is indeed my website, this show will be up there again. This is show number 35. And 33 of the 35 shows we have were videotaped, and we have them in its entirety. They're on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else, but you can view the shows, and you can scan through them. Of course, they're some of them are an hour long, some are 90 minutes. Of course, that's a long time, but the content is in there. And if you have any questions about real estate at all, you can find information at my website at calleric.com. Love to have you stop there. And you'll learn a little more about my philosophies on real estate and how I work with my clients. And that includes open houses and the things that we do. So also want to mention that this here show is also sponsored by my great, great friends and the only Facebook group that this here show loves. And that's Facebook group Moon Connects. The Facebook group Moon Connects, run by the wonderful Caroline Trunzo and Stephen Dish, and the wonderful people there have been so kind, and just kindness doesn't even say it, but those people are fantastic. They're very supportive of not only this show, but of my practice and my clients too. I've had a lot of clients in that group, and everybody interconnects, and everybody's happy for everyone when they buy and sell, and it's a great place to be. It's very drama-free, and they really cater to the Moon area. So to those people, thank you so much for embracing me. And thank you, the good listeners of Beaver County Radio in this wide area. I've always stumbled with this, Bob. How do I say that? Is it the wide area coverage, the wide coverage area? There it is, the wide coverage area of Beaver County Radio. And I am significantly impressed with how wide that area is. The reach is impressive with these two stations. It really is. I mean, and the clarity, I think there's been a new tower or a new dish or something that was done. I'm probably stumbling my way through this, but I think Mark had mentioned that they had done an upgrade, I guess, on 1460.
Yes,
I think.
yes.
And man, I mean, Moon Township, Coriopolis, it comes in crystal clear. So, yeah, that's just amazing. And it's great to be on this airway. It's humbling, but it's great. And again, friends, thank you for joining us. The number to reach us here, we have some time before the show ends. If you have any questions on real estate, it's 724-843-1888. That's 724-843-1888. And the sister number, which is 724-774-1888. The two most famous numbers in Beaver County. I do humbly submit. No one's ever questioned me on that, so I guess it's okay to say that. But I believe that they are, for sure. We've been talking about open houses. And also, again, a special shout-out, like I mentioned, to the wonderful Facebook group Moon Connects. And that's plural, by the way. Moon Connects. Wonderful, wonderful people. Whew, I'll tell you what, man. We got a question here from Brenda. And it's funny. She writes in here, she says, I had an open house and it was a disaster. The agent showed up 45 minutes late, and my husband and I had to entertain two buyers for the first 45 minutes. When the agent got there, they didn't bring refreshments. That sounds like it's a disaster. But she did say here at the end, here's what's great about it. The positive is the actual buyer for our house came at the open house. Yeehaw, not yoo-hoo. So thank you for that email. That's wonderful. And that goes to show you the power of an open house. There was an open house that didn't even get off the ground right. I mean, the agent didn't show for 45 minutes, and that could be innocent enough. Who knows what happened? But they forgot the refreshments. I'm assuming they forgot the refreshments. But in the end, it worked, you see. And so, that's why I believe in them. And thank you for that email. That's reaffirmation that they definitely work. Buyers can come from the open houses. And, man, I just get really irritated when I read things online that aren't true, just about realtors in general or the real estate business. And when I say not true, I'm talking about from my own experience. It's all subjective. I can only tell you what I believe to be true, and most of that comes from my own experience. But, man, I've had such great results with open houses, so don't rule that out. We've talked about the different things that we need from you, and I believe it's pretty simple. It's just cleanliness and orderliness as a seller. Number one, deliver that to your realtor before they walk in the door and before, goodness gracious, definitely before any buyer walks in. All right? We're going to come back for our last little segment of the show here. This is Your Personal Realtor on Beaver County Radio. I'm your host, Eric McKenna with RE/MAX, and we'll be right back. Hello, friends. This is RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com. and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna, with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
The first summer holiday is here. This Memorial Day weekend is the perfect time to gather with family and friends and kick off summer. This means a lot of you will be traveling on our roads and highways. Stay safe this holiday season. Please don't drink and drive. Find a designated driver and drive safe. Happy Memorial Day, Beaver County. Brought to you by J&J Spratt Funeral Home in New Brighton, the Philly Pretzel Factory located in the Chippewa Walmart, the Franklin Center in Aliquippa, Inside the Attic, which offers in-house custom-made upholstery and other services, the Henderson Agency in Aliquippa, Hozak Farms in Clinton, Darlington Cycle, the William Spratt Funeral Home in Beaver Falls, and Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, we are back for the last couple minutes here of the show. Friends, thank you so much to the wide coverage area. Is that right? I keep butchering that. Is it wide area coverage or wide coverage area? Wide area coverage. Yeah, to those of you listening in the wide area coverage. No, the wide coverage area. My goodness gracious. I'm losing it. Yeah, for those of you listening on Beaver County Radio, let's just leave it at that. Thank you so much for including me in your Saturday. It's great. This has been a great run. Show number 35. Can't do it without the great staff here. Again, Mr. Bob Fry, I want to thank you personally, sir, for a great job today. It was always good to have you here. And, of course, Frank Sparks, my partner in crime, is off the grid, so to speak. But we've had a great show, and I wanted to talk about open houses for a while. We just haven't had that opportunity, and today we did. And if you have any questions on open houses or anything in regards to real estate, I want to stress to you again, friends, I can be your personal realtor. Call or text me. It's really easy. It's 412.
Thanks for listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship.
Friends, the perils of live radio. So they were trying to push me off the air a little easier. I guess it might. Did you? Well, there you go, friends. They tried to push me off the air, 7 minutes early, Bob. What's the deal? Friends, let's try that again. Friends, to my friends on the radio who can hear me, and then friends at Facebook Live, thank you for joining me. I can be your personal realtor. Again, my little plea to you is if you're thinking about buying or selling your home, I'm the guy you want to call. Let's be honest. Let's face it. I am your personal realtor. Love to work with you. 412-613-4466. 412-613-4466. Call me anytime. Text me anytime. You can email me at sold@calleric.com. Again, that's sold@calleric.com. And naturally, this show is sponsored by calleric.com. That's my website. And again, that's Eric with a C. For those of you that asked that question, understandable. Love to talk to you. I'd love to help you. If I can help you or a family member, even if it's just with questions, that's fine. If you have a couple questions you need answers, I'm the guy. Contact me. Love to interact with you. Beaver County's been so great to me. This show, 35 weeks in, having so much fun, meeting so many people. And even I must tell everybody, our listening audience and our Facebook Live audience, Beaver County Radio is such a wonderful place. I mean, just the people that are here. Cast of characters, Bob. Cast of characters. But it all starts with the Grand Poobah himself, Mr. Mark Peterson. I want to give a special thank you to Mark for the belief in the show. Heck, he pretty much created it. He came with the idea for me. We're here 35 weeks, 60-minute format, then a 90-minute format. Then I got renewed for the year, which was wonderful. And now we're going to prime time starting on the 7th. That's Wednesday, June 7th from 2 to 4 will be our first Wednesday. And then every Wednesday after from 2 to 4. Taking a little road show prime time. And I'm excited about that, That's good. That's good. As a realtor, you can imagine Saturdays are tough, I mean, to block out a Saturday morning in this business is tough. But I did it because, that was the only open spot that I had, and I was willing to take it because I believed in the concept of trying to demystify real estate, and that's what we've done here. Friends, during the week, if you have any questions in regards to real estate or something we should mention on the show, I want you to reach out to me. Even if you're not interested in buying or selling or anything, you just want to have a question or you have an idea for the show, email me. Even call me. It doesn't matter, but you can email me easily. It's sold@calleric.com. I average between probably 15 to 25 emails a week from this show. People reaching out, great questions, love to interact with you. By all means, definitely contact me. I'm very accessible on Facebook. All you do, quite frankly, is type in Eric McKenna. I'll come up. Go to Google, type in Eric McKenna, And I will proudly say I must be the most famous Eric McKenna in the world, Bob, because I show up first. I don't think that means a hill of beans, but it's pretty easy to reach me. If you Google Eric McKenna, you'll find me. But lots of ways to connect. And if you say you can't reach me, you're really not trying very hard, because I'm definitely out there. This is Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. I am a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. I'm based out of Swickley. I work in Allegheny, Butler, Washington, and, of course, the wonderful County of Beaver. And I would love to work with you as well. Just keep that in mind. I can be your personal realtor. Next week, we have on tap here for our last Saturday show, believe it or not. Tentatively right now, we have my good friend Brad Robinson is scheduled to be on. And Brad's going to talk all things flooring. Brad's no stranger to Beaver County Radio. He's been on multiple shows here. A very good friend of my cohort, Mr. Frank Sparks. And Brad will join us next Saturday. So if you have any questions on flooring or any ideas of what you like and dislike and so forth, love to have you participate in that show. Brad will answer that. He was on twice prior, and the feedback we got was tremendous. Flooring is always interesting to me, too. I'm amazed at how far they've come on engineered floors as opposed to real hardwood. I can't believe I'm saying this, but right now I'm thinking about doing some flooring work in my own house, and I am not opting for real hardwood. I'm opting for a fantastic engineered flooring that is quite expensive, but, man, it is everything that real hardwood is and more, and wears better. And I'm interested in talking with Brad about that. And, of course, Brad will give us his unbiased views of carpeting. Being the carpeting seems to be on the way out. But that's what's in store for next week. And thank you for including me in your Saturday. This has been a very, very good show. I've been wanting to talk about open houses. And come see me tomorrow at my open house at 202 Pine Drive in Moon Township, in the heart of Moon. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Come meet me. Come see me. View this beautiful house. It's offered for $299,900, priced right, won't last. Absolutely great house. Need to see it. And that's going to conclude us for this week, my friends. This is Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna. You can reach me, 412-613-4466. Again, that's 412-613-4466, or visit me at calleric.com. We'll be together again next Saturday for our last Saturday show before we move to Wednesdays. Thank you for including me in your Saturday. And again, check out calleric.com. Love to interact with you. Have a rest of the wonderful day. It's Mr. Bob Fry. Thank you so much, sir. You're listening to 1230 WBVP in Chippewa and Beaver Falls, and 1460 WMBA in Ambridge and Coriopolis. And right now, it is time for Town Hall News.
Thanks for listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship is provided by Eric McKenna, and the show is brought to you by calleric.com. Tune in next Saturday at 10:30 for another edition of Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna, right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.